just read an article about a little boy in Ohio named Gabriel who took his life 4 months back now because he was being bullied at school. In this video, my name is not important. What I read and what I heard on the video clip that was shared in that article was tremendously and horrifically disturbing and saddening. And this happened in the Midwest, and the video showed in the news article showed a clip from a video suggesting that young Gabriel was attacked in his school bathroom. And that as a result of the attack, he was knocked unconscious. This hurts. To the person or persons who attacked Gabriel. Look at this face, please. Look at me. What you see here is a brain tumor survivor. I am now 15 years tumor-free. However, in late 2012, I hit my head, I won't say how, against a metal rack, and I got a concussion. The tumor that I grew up with had been on the right side of my head. It was beside a portion of my brain in that side that controlled social skills, my ability to read body language, my ability to read sheet music, my ability to remember and interpret ways, things that happened that didn't involve words. If you looked, I don't know how well you I don't know how well you are able to look at a comic strip and be able to tell why it's funny just by looking at the pictures, even if it doesn't have words, but I was almost never able to before I was 20. By the time I was in my late teens, I could start getting some of them. But it was after the tumor was removed at age 22 that I really began being able to read and interpret why comics that were drawn only in pictures that had no words were funny. When, of course, the punchline was itself funny. And something else happened too. When I was growing up with the tumor, I didn't have as many feelings as I do now, partly from where the tumor was, and partly because of medicine I had to take at the time to control seizures. That shut down some of my feelings, including my ability to feel caring. If you little ones, and I'm certainly hoping that whoever attacked that boy, that whoever attacked little Gabriel in the bathroom was not much older or younger than he was, is what I'm really hoping. But I'm going to go on that idea. Little one, or little ones, if you are able to go home to your mommy and daddy and feel caring, feel warm in your heart when you say I love you to them, then you have a healthier brain than I had. After the tumor was removed, my ability to feel those things grew, as we say, by leaps and bounds. And I knew what it was like to go up to someone that I had been showing that I was happy to see them for years, and that I had been treating as a friend for years, and actually feel happy around them to see them. And I knew what it was like, for the first time in my life, to be certain that I was happy to see my own best friend. Why am I telling you this? That's simple. I don't know what was going on when you had the fight. And I'm really going to hope that you didn't intend to punch that hard. And I'm really hoping you didn't intend to hurt him badly enough to knock him unconscious. So, why am I telling you all this about my brain history? You don't know me. It's simple. Depending on the circumstances and where you are, where you hit, how hard you hit, and whether the person has anything soft to land on, and whether they hit their head against anything hard or sharp. If you hit someone and knock them unconscious, depending on where they are and how hard they hit their head, you could injure their brain. The injury to the right part of your brain to the correct portion of your brain can make you a different person. It can shift your whole personality. And anything that's already something messed up in your brain, it can make worse. I always had an anger problem. It was one of the only things I could feel before the tumor was removed. After the tumor was removed, everything I could feel was magnified. And everything that I had only felt weakly, or not at all, as a social response. I don't know what was happening. I'm going to guess that everybody involved was really hurt. And if you are good people, and you're probably young, and you're probably not that much older or younger than Gabriel was when he hung himself. But whatever your age, I know that you know what you did was bad. And I wanted to share with you some of what you may not have known about why. If he hit his head hard when he fell after you knocked him out, if the floor was hard enough and he fell hard enough, there's a possibility he could have had a brain injury. I don't know that he did. But it is possible. If someone injures their brain badly enough, they can become a different person from the one they know. I've already been there. When I was much younger, when I was as short as you probably are, and when I was Gabriel's age, I was like a little Spock. If you if you couldn't tell me in words or in sounds something, I had a much harder time understanding a lot of things, and I did not feel much. I was what's called a word nerd, and I could spell words very well, but I didn't get a lot of jokes. And there were some things, even mild sarcasm could hurt because I didn't get the joke. There were a lot of things I didn't know why they were funny because I was almost all words in what I could understand. Words and sounds. I hope that what you did is a little bit potentially maybe what you did or could have done is a little bit clearer to you now. Because it's possible for someone who injures his brain, if it's injured in the correct portion of it, to have their ability to deal with emotional pain lessened. I don't think you would have attacked Gabriel if you hadn't been hurting. I sure hope so. And whatever the pain is, I hope you get help. If your parents, your mamas or daddies, are not safe to talk to, find someone who is. It might be your pastor or someone you go to see and worship. It might be your best friend's mom or dad. It might be an adult in your neighborhood that you trust, or a grandpa or a grandma, doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a boy or something else. Even if it's inside, even if it was only inside that you were something else. It doesn't matter. If you hurt and it feels like it's too much, like it'll hurt too much if you keep it inside, it's okay to talk to somebody. Gabriel didn't talk to his mama and he took his life. And I hope that your life and whatever's been hurting you gets better. I'm someone in Portland, Oregon, and I wish you good luck in your future and healing for whatever's hurting within what you want and need.